Circumstances beyond our control. Crash of a building, not the back, not something.
Yes, now time for the magic words. There is no expectation of privacy in the public.
Hello, and good morning to everyone in the chat. Great to see so many wonderful people here once again, as per usual. Let's see, who do we got this morning? We got scroll. There we go. We got Terry Barnes. Welcome. Good to see you. As always, Cliff Higson. Hello. Nancy Marcho. How you doing? Let's see, Terry Barnes, Nancy, Terry. Commentator Auditor. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Let's see. David A. Perillo Jr. Yeah, there he is. How you doing? The Bears play tonight. Yes, that's gonna be great. Just another nut. What's up? Let's see, Zerzu Zyquin. Hello. Let's see, Jennifer. How you doing? Good to see you. Let's see, Tamara Marie. Boo. Oh, whew, you got me. That's great. I like the little ghosts. Norfolk Southern Pokey District. Good to see you again. Hello, welcome. Hi, Kiss. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're doing well. God bless. Let's see what else we got. Commentator Auditor, Jennifer, Zerzu, Terry Barnes, David Ikis. I think let's see. Kiss a Cat 1. Hello. She got a ghost up there too. Let's Kiss a Cat 1, Terry Barnes, David Ikis, Kiss a Cat. Who else? Deb Beasley. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you again. Salacious in the house. What's up? Susan, the sassy old great granny. Glad to have you here today. Yes, I got your message. That's fine. Hey, you can't do them all, right? It's every day. So, hi, Hezokuai, Kiro 808 State. Yes, hello. Welcome. So, hello and good morning to everyone out there in Hezokuai land today. Oh, did I miss Graham? Hello, Graham. Good to see you. So this morning is going to be a little bit interesting. Last night was pretty cool for me. It was good because for those of you who've been following me know that every year at Halloween time, I watch the original Halloween from '78. That's a thing, like a tradition I always do at Halloween. And it turned out that my local theater was playing it on the big screen. So I've never actually seen it in a theater before. So I decided to go check it out, and it was awesome. P. Barn the Second, what's up? Alan Eyes, hello, welcome. So anyway, yeah, I went to see that, and that was really cool seeing it on the big screen. And, I've seen that movie many times, but there was a lot that I missed, and I'm glad that I took the opportunity to see it on the big screen because the VHS tape version I had of it was what they call pan and scan. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but basically it's when everything from here back is cut off so that it'll fit on a square TV back in the old days. So all you would see is this, and all of this stuff here and all of this stuff here would be gone from the frame. And it turns out there are a lot of parts where like Michael Myers is like standing right here, but in a pan and scan version that's cut off and you don't see him. And just subtle things like that. Like whenever you see, like at the beginning of the movie as it's building up, whenever you see the car that Michael stole in the background, you know that he's lurking. But again, when it's the pan and scan version, a lot of times the car might be parked over here or over here, and it'll be cut off. You won't be able to see it. So seeing it in the theater was great. I went with my son, my older son, the baby. He wouldn't watch it, but he loved it, and he's seen it before too. But he also felt the same way. Like it was just amazing seeing it in the theater. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That was a lot of fun. Good way to really get my Halloween season going, Yeah, widescreen is 16:9. I actually did at one point own because I got the VHS tape when I was a kid, and it was like I said, it was pan and scan, and I did buy a widescreen VHS, and I did watch that a few times, but that was like historically speaking, that was right at the same time DVD started taking over. So like I really didn't watch it that often, just a couple times, not enough to really pick up on all the little subtle things that watching it in a big screen in a theater was like, oh wow, look, he's there. Oh, and that's that. Oh wow, it was amazing. Um, David doesn't like scary movies. A lot of people don't like scary movies, but I love them. Horror is one of my favorite genres, but I like it when it's done right. See, my philosophy on horror films is that there's two things that you see, especially in modern horror, a lot. One of them is the jump scares, and the other is the gore for the sake of the gore. And my philosophy has always kind of been like, if whatever it is, whether it's psychopathic killer or a monster or a spiritual entity or whatever it is, that thing, if there's any murders, those should not be there for the sake of putting gore on the screen, but to establish that this, whatever it is dangerous, so that the main characters, the protagonists, the people we care about, when that thing focuses on going after them, that's where it builds suspense and tension and it gets interesting. So that's just the way I feel about it. Anyway, good to see you all here once again, as always. I love my mornings with you guys. Again, the other things, like I said, today's Thursday, so we got the big Bears game tonight. That's going to be fun to watch. And we got a couple. Norfolk Southern Pokey District, Christopher O'Connor. Hello. Good to see so many wonderful people in here, as always. So I wanted to start with a couple lighter things before I get back into the whole Darrell Brooks deal. This is, let's see, what do I want to do first? I'll start with this because, I'll wait a minute because a lot of times Unclean comes in here and I wanted to talk about his new video. So I'll give it a minute, see if he shows up. But before we get into that, Familia TV has a Silence Boy video. And I just thought this was interesting because he's auditing an airport and ultimately gets kicked out. Did I see Irish Demon stream? Yes, I did, where he got video of Chili talking about him and the same nonsense Chili says to everybody, right? I'm going to sue you. You're a piece of crap. You're no good, blah, blah, blah. It was hilarious. And the fact that, okay, so for those of you who don't know, one of Chili's big beefs is that he was staying at an Airbnb and somebody called the Airbnb to talk about, hey, this guy's posting videos on his YouTube channel from inside your B&B. And, he's doing all this crazy stuff, whatever it was, whatever the complaint was, he ended up getting kicked out. And he found out that whoever made the complaint was someone named Sean. Well, Irish Demon's real name is Sean. So now Chili is accusing Irish Demon of being the guy who got him kicked out of the Airbnb. And Irish Demon's like, man, at the time all that was going on, I wasn't even I didn't even really know who this guy was. Yeah, I'd heard of him, but whatever. So that whole thing was just nuts. Let's see. Christopher O'Connor says, when I was a kid, my aunt took me to see Jaws on a Tuesday, went to the beach on Wednesday, and every wave was, yeah, Jaws scared the crap out of everybody when it was new, man. That was, oh boy. Yeah, exactly. At the time that it happened, Irish Demon wasn't even talking about Chili yet. So anyway, let's watch Silence Boy get kicked out of the airport to start the day. I can't say this morning, but I wanted to jump on and say hello. Thank you. Hey, Hezokuai. Hey, you too, Ironton Auditor. Great to see you. Great to always have you here. Like you say, if you just came in to say hi, I appreciate it, man. Make sure you drop a like too. Thanks a lot, buddy. I love the support always. So let's get into this Silence Boy nonsense and see what he's up to. Being an idiot as always.
Yeah, I have a big channel.
Which one?
I don't want to say it because those guys are here.
Well, I mean, don't you want like viewers?
I don't want trolls like that on my channel.
You don't want them to be watching yours?
No, a lot of people already watch me. I don't need more.
So you have like a big follower?
Yeah. Airports, public friends.
It's a public area.
Yeah.
You already know that. But once a terminal says that you can't be in here because you're disturbing their business, then we're gonna have to step in and do something about it.
Nobody's disturbing business here.
But once they tell us,
Yeah. So you're gonna believe a lie of someone that's.
I'm just telling you.
So disturbing a business is just standing with a camera.
Okay, like I said, you're fine to film here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You have a good day.
But the employee wasn't fine. He was gonna take his uniform and sock me. That's what he said. That's a threat.
Is that what happened?
I don't know if he was gonna do it. Cause you can't carry pepper spray here. If not, I'll spray him. I sprayed people before.
First of all, thank you very much, Akiro808 State, for the super chat. She spit in my face. Oh man, that's great stuff. Yeah, and I like the way that he's just like bragging about the fact that he pepper sprays people. Like, hey, yeah, I pepper spray everyone. Yeah, I pepper sprayed people before. I don't care. Yeah, because he's one of the good guys fighting for our rights by pepper spraying random citizens. That's how you get more freedom.
What's your name and badge number?
Gonzalez?
Are you a good cop or a bad cop?
I'm a cop.
Huh?
I'm a cop.
Yeah. You should learn about First Amendment auditors. It's not illegal what we do.
No, I understand that. It's just they were just
I don't know what's their
they
problem.
didn't know why you were recording them.
Nobody
Not
even know they existed. I was just minding my own business until they got on my camera.
Well, there you go. Another frauditor who's out there minding his own business and not bothering nobody. Okay, not bothering nobody, but when people see an individual out there with a camera, for no reason, they just want to start problems with them. Isn't that something, guys? They're minding their business. So why are we bothering these guys, damn it?
And it's not just here in the airport. Outside, woo, they go crazy. Huh? I already make good money. You want to do something that doesn't compromise you?
No, you can go. I'll stay here.
So I'm allowed to stay here?
Like I said, you're okay to film.
Because I don't like lies like that. Nobody's interrupting business.
Well,
Interrupting is screaming, not holding a camera, sir.
that's up to the business owner.
All right. So since the beginning of the video, we've seen him harass the airport employees. We've seen him harass the people that are waiting to board planes or are waiting for somebody to come off the plane. I don't know. I think that could be considered disrupting business. No, if not, disorderly conduct would fit well too. Or what do you guys think?
I think Silence Boy is a
How long have you
notorious
been an
idiot.
officer?
What are you looking for?
Are you going for a ticketing or?
No, my ride's out here. I can't fix it, but he's steady parking.
So you this one out here. Yeah. Just tell me.
How long have you been an officer?
Park here.
How long have you been an officer, both of you? Look who's a bomber. Are you new here? Because I never seen you.
No, I've been here.
Yeah. You're surprised that you see someone filming. It looks like it.
What's your name, bro?
Huh?
What's your name?
What do you want my name for?
So I can talk to you normally.
Huh?
What do you want me to call you?
You could call me the money man. That's
Oh,
it.
The money man.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what you have to have a business here. You have to be a ticketed passenger to be here in the airport, or else you're gonna get arrested for trespassing.
Yeah, you're angry now. I'm just gonna listen to your saying because
I'm
you.
not, I'm not. I'm not angry. There's signs everywhere, so I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
So that's
What's your name and
that's
badge number?
that's gonna be Officer Costello.
Okay, I'll be in another section because you use your
Okay.
feelings. I know how the
'Cause-
police works.
But remember, this is like your warning right here. So if we get called again, you're gonna get arrested for trespassing.
Okay, sounds good. Even if I bought something here?
Well, are you a ticketed passenger right now?
No, I just came here to visit.
Okay. To visit what? What's your purpose?
I don't have to tell you, but end the conversation, sir.
So you're
Yeah.
not a ticketed passenger.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna leave already.
That's gonna be your warning. All right. If we get a call again, you're gonna get arrested.
Okay, because I know you're angry, dude. I'm just
I'm
gonna
not
listen
angry.
to you.
I'm just letting you.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna give you 15 minutes. All right.
Okay.
15 minutes. You're gonna have to leave.
They're the ones gonna look dumb on internet, not me. These guys are tyrants. That's why I knew it since the beginning. I don't like it neither. Bye bye, slum. Go back to the slums. I make more than what you make there standing the whole day, dude. That's how lame you are.
Wow. That doesn't prove that they're just about money. Oh, man. Why is there so much security at airports? Oh, come on. It's got to be something specific, right? Somebody who remains on a property once they're asked to leave is trespass. Absolutely. That's right. Trespassing is based on phone calls, not law. What? That doesn't make sense. All right, let's see. Passports have been on high alert. Yeah, everything. Yeah, that's what happens. You have no idea what you're talking about, David. None. Oh man. All right. So anyway, that was fun. The whole idea of auditing airports when you know that they've all been on high alert since 9/11 is kind of rudimentary. Like you should know better, right? But of course, they should all know better than what they do, and especially someone like Silence Boy, who like has gotten to a point now where not only is he obviously doing it for the money, he's constantly bragging about it. Call me money man. Hey, I'm making money. I'm making money. So there you go. Are they doing it for freedom? Are they doing it for rights? No, they're doing it for money. They don't care about all that nonsense. That's just an excuse to do what they do and get away with it. Yeah, he's hot garbage. Ugh. So anyway, let's get into something else here. First of all, I got this is interesting. Don't paparazzi always hang out at the airports? All right, so here's the thing. All right, let's say that. Hey, what's up, Roseanne? Good to see you. Let's take that and look at that. Break that down for a second. Let's say, for example, you know what? I'm going to make this fun. Let's look at. Oh, wait a minute. Another Akiro 808. Welcome. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. They do it for the clicks and views. That is absolutely right. They don't care about freedom. They don't care about rights. They care about AdSense revenue, and that's it. And he's one of the big proofs of it. Unclean hands. Hey, good timing. I was just about to talk about you, or at least you're next after I cover this thing I was going to say to David. Don't paparazzi always hang out in airports? So, like I said, I'm going to explain that, but I'm going to do it in a way. I'm going to try and make it fun. If you remember, there was a movie called The Naked Gun, and there's a joke in that movie where Leslie Nielsen's character, Frank Drebin, just saved the entire world by murdering all of the evil world leaders. And he gets off the plane, and there's a whole bunch of reporters standing there with their cameras filming. And he walks up to him and starts to address the crowd. And it turns out that they're all there because they're waiting for Weird Al Yankovic. So that's funny, and that's a joke, and that's whatever. But this is the thing. The paparazzi don't stand there filming Bill or random person number 2. When they're there, they come there because they're trying to, hey, somebody famous is landing at this airport on this flight. We're going to go there to film that. That's why the paparazzi are at the airport. They're not there just to film random passengers. Uh-oh, Frank Drebin showed up. Hey, Frank, big fan of yours. Big fan. You know what? I actually pointed this out to my son yesterday. This was another thing that I never noticed before because I've seen the movie Halloween so many times, but last night I went and saw it on the big screen. And yeah, the original from 1978. And there's a scene where they're watching old movies, right? The kids are watching old scary movies. And there was one that had our good old buddy Frank Drebin in the movie. Leslie Nielsen was in the film. I didn't even realize that. So that was pretty cool. So let's see. So Unclean Hands. I was just about to share your new Kate video where you show one of her victims getting, giving his 2 cents. And Lisa, good morning. Good to see ya. Just got the boys off to school. All right. Excellent. So, I want to, and Billy Yank, if I didn't say hi, hello. So I wanted to share this one because we always talk about like the people that they audit and, if they knew who these people were or what their channels were, this or that, because they always go out of their way, right, to never identify themselves. So I like the idea of hearing a response from one of their victims. Julie Weaver, what's up? Roseanne, Billy Yank. So Uncleans, you don't mind if I share that right now, do you? The 19-year-old victim one. Let's see. Grounds. Objection. Grounds. Man, that guy he's a tape recorder now. He just keeps repeating the same nonsense over and over and over and over. Surely you weren't surprised I was in that movie. I kind of was, and stop calling me Shirley. All right. So anyway, here let's check out this Unclean Hands video because I thought this was great. This is Kate's 19-year-old victim speaks out, and I'll let the video and Unclean speak for themselves. Here you go.
Morning, folks. I finally found a victim of Katie's that came forward and made a little video. Young 18, 19-year-old kid was somehow involved in a car accident. And I don't know if he was the driver, the other kid was the driver, but Katie showed up and all kinds of chaos ensued. This is one of her victims.
Hello, my name's Andre. As you guys probably already know, I'm the guy with the black sweater and the gray car in the video posted by the Karen lady. And I just wanted to, kind of speak my mind. A lot of people are telling me to report her and do something about the situation, which I did. I reported the video. I don't want to go as far as going for the cops because I just don't understand that whole procedure. And I understand that lady is known for harassing people. And, it's definitely upsetting. And I just wanted to speak out about it. There's definitely something, or not something, but there's definitely, or I could have handled the situation better, is what I'm trying to say. I do want to say I did, take things out of proportion, definitely by cussing a lot and, speaking my mind, but at the same time, I also don't really feel sorry about it, because it's like, can you really blame me when this lady comes up to you, you know, disrespects you, says you're a pothead, um, calls you an alien. In her part 3 video, she even called me an alien. Like, I didn't even know that. Like, if I heard that, like, man, it's really upsetting that people like her exist.
In the video clip I'm going to play, you're going to hear jump cuts. You're going to see noticeable jump cuts in it. Those are made by Katie. She edited out all the racist things she said because she's finally learned not to put that stuff in, but you'll see it.
And, you know, I'm 19 years old. I've never been in a situation where, you know, people, you know, like her exist and act the way they are. It's just one of those things where you think, you know, or not think, but it's just one of those things that you see online, and it's crazy, you know. It's you see it online and you think it's funny, and like you never think, you just see it, right? And you never think you're gonna live it, and then when you live it, it's just like the reality hits you. It's like, okay, like these people really exist. There are people out in the world that are just like have nothing better than to do, make life miserable for people, and it's just sad. It gets me upset because it's like, I really didn't want to be in that situation, you know. I want to say, when she first obviously came up with the camera, I thought to myself, okay, you know, it's a crash. Obviously, people are going to record, and I accepted that fact. And then, you know, if you look at her first video, she automatically assumes we're under the influence. You know, she thinks that we're potheads, and you know, if you see the video, at first I didn't even hear her. You know, I was like, what does that mean? You know, and then, you know, she started saying like mota and all that. You know, it's just, it gets you really upsetting, or it got me really upset. And then, you know, that's when, you know, in that situation, your mind doesn't, you know, think straight, and you just say whatever comes out of your mouth. And that's why I started cussing a lot. And I want to start off with saying my parents didn't raise me to be like that. I definitely cussed a lot, and it's just, who can blame me? You know, it's just, in that situation, what can you really do? My parents also didn't raise me to not stand up for myself. You know, it's just, if you like, just being in that situation, I had to like speak up for myself. Obviously, I could have spoken a different tone, a different way, you know, with different language, but you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just, that's how it came out. And, you know, I don't regret it. I really don't regret it, because it's like, she got what she deserved, you know, and, you know, at the same time, I wasn't thinking. It's just whatever came out of my mouth came out of my mouth. And just looking back into the video is just, man, it's crazy, you know. It's just like, it's crazy that people like her exist. And I know I'd be saying that a lot, but, you know, to the people watching, and you've never experienced such a, like, you know, such a scene, is just, it's different, you know. You see it online, okay, it's funny, but then you experience it and it's like, what the fuck, you know. And yeah, I just wanted to speak, you know, about that. To all the haters, you know, like, keep on hating. But fuck, man, that's miserable. Why are you hating? For what? Literally, you know, just say you're in my situation. Would you stand still? Like, would you let that person talk mad crap about you? I don't know. I'm sorry, but I wasn't raised to handle, you know, complete hate, especially in front of you, you know? But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that and just, you know, say my part. Everything that she posted, you know, is there, you know, the whole situation. Even as far as, you know, her calling me an alien, I was surprised she posted that. But hey, I mean, I guess it is what it is. People are miserable, and it's sad. It's a sad world. You know, if you're watching this, Katie, I just want to say, get help. Please get help. Like, just get help. I am starting to hear many things about you, and this is definitely not the last time you've been in a situation like this. And that's sad. Get help. Please get help. But yeah, thank you for watching if you've watched it fully. And yeah.
Seems like a pretty nice kid. If I can find his channel link, I'll put it down below. I understand he doesn't have very many videos, but she made 3 videos about this one incident. I'm going to show you just parts of one. I will also be making major cuts in this video, cutting out dead air and just getting to where she's talking, and she's talking to the kid. You're about to see the kid. She's walking up on the kid right now and his friend.
Too much ganja? Too much ganja?
What you just saw was her after she said too much ganja. She cut the video there. It's where she called the guy a space alien, a pothead, and a whole bunch of other nasty names, and she cut it out.
Mota? You have a good one. So am I. Huh? Yeah. That's why I'm here. I don't answer questions. I don't like your attitude. I'm not the one that ran into a tree, dorkwad. Did I run into a tree or did you? Did I run into a tree or did you? Huh? Did I?
No, later.
Later?
Yeah, that means go.
That means you're leaving?
Yes. You're so miserable.
I am?
You're so miserable. For what?
I know, man.
So sad.
I don't know. All for you.
What the fuck?
I do it all for you.
Oh, you're weird. What the fuck? Let me say that, please. Oh my god.
Watch your language.
I don't give a fuck. You my fucking mom or what?
That's why you ran into a tree. That's why you ran into a tree.
Weird. You're so weird.
That's too bad.
Huh?
Is this your car too? You gonna run this one into a tree?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, let me get a picture of it before you destroy it.
Can you imagine being a kid, just getting into an accident, and this old bag shows up with a camera and starts running her mouth to you, calling you names, and it's just incredible to me that people would do this.
So anyway, these guys are learning how to drive. So far, no progress, as you can see. They murdered a tree over here.
Yeah, can you get on?
Beat the hell out of it. It's a Lexus, Thousand Oaks. Where are you from? Thousand Oaks?
What's wrong with you, bro?
Bro?
Yes. Fucking weird. Go home.
Really?
God. Yes. Get out of the street too. What the fuck?
Well, you know, that's too bad that you guys are raised to be so hateful and mean to people.
That's weird how you're just so.
I guess that's why you haven't learned how to drive.
Hateful and mean to people?
Right?
That's her MO, man.
Because you're busy cussing out grandmas and acting like thugs.
Yeah. Hey, can you go home?
What are you, 18?
No. What? Can you get off the road?
I mean, how old are you? Where do you get off telling me what to do?
Because you're fucking. I'm trying to fucking help you.
Help me? You need to help yourself.
How? In what way? Explain.
Andre's the one telling her to get out of the road before she gets run over. She's too stupid to realize she's walking up and down a busy street.
Like,
In what way?
get educated. Learn how to drive.
I'm going to college.
Learn how to drive. Learn how to speak in respect.
To help a friend. I know. Okay.
Learn how to
Was
respect.
I here when it happened? No. I fucking came to help a friend.
All right.
What's so bad about that? Is it so bad to help a fucking friend?
Not at all.
Then why the fuck are you talking
See, your
shit?
anger problem's coming out.
Why the fuck are you talking shit? That's
what I'm talking about.
Bro. People like you
Really?
make the fucking world cruel, bro.
Really?
Oh God, bro. You're so fucking cringe. Oh my God, bro.
Cringe.
I think he's handling this pretty well. I mean, he got a little out of hand there, and that's what he was talking about in his video. But I don't see anything unwarranted by Katie. She's just a decrepit old bitch that just likes to aggravate people.
You are one angry young man.
I'm not angry.
You're one angry old lady.
Disappointed? I'm disappointed too.
I'm disappointed with people like you in the world that's making life so miserable, okay? We're human. We make mistakes. What's so wrong with making some mistakes? Can you just like go home? God.
Wow, these are our kids, man. Can you believe that? Look at the way they're talking to an elderly woman.
I'm talking to you like that.
You should respect. You should.
Why are you so disrespectful? I'm talking to you like
You
that.
get respect when you earn it.
What the fuck did we do to you? Go home.
You're disrespecting me right now.
I'm disrespecting you because you're over here invading our privacy. And just
Unfortunately, young man, you ran into a tree on a public
I ran
road,
into a tree.
or
I
he
ran
did.
into a tree, dumbass. Oh my god.
And hopefully he wasn't inebriated at the time. No, I'm not really. That's rude. You guys are being mean.
Get the fuck out of the road. We're being mean because you're being disrespectful. Is your house right here?
You're a member of AAA?
Is your house right here? What the fuck?
You got your AAA card?
Y'all see this drama around town, bro?
I'm going to cut a bunch of this out. Remember, she made 3 videos about this very incident. That's how fucking lame she is.
Waiting to happen. Did you get, like, my favorite train wreck in the yearbook?
Say that. Can you explain?
Because he's the first one, this guy.
But I came here to help a friend. You know? Like, bro, don't listen to this crackhead.
All right, how are we going to get this heap out of here? You guys have any ideas? You got yourselves into this mess.
I don't know, Katie. Why don't you follow him around like a stalker and ask him?
Tell him who I am, so...
She's on YouTube?
That's one of those kids' dads. She's telling the kids that, oh, she's some old lady on YouTube that makes videos about aggravating people.
They don't hate me. Only the cops. The cops are the only ones that hate me. The bootlickers.
Gee, I wonder why.
Boyfriend. You need a boyfriend.
Uh-huh. No, thank you. I wouldn't want one of you if you gave them to me. If you paid me every month, I don't need any of that. I have God in my life. I have Jesus. Very, very sad. Absolutely. Welcome to America.
I cut the video off there. She goes into how what a terrible country we live in with people like this around. So I'm assuming she's talking about the race of the people, because we all know she's a bigot, and tells them how they should find Jesus and go to church, and what an awful place the country's become since these people have started acting like this. And these are 2 very respectful young men, and the old man there didn't say a word to her. He just ignored her the whole time she was there, as he should have. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. A friend of mine, Tom, got this. He's been communicating with this kid. When I find his channel link, I'll put it down in the description below. Y'all have a fantastic day now. Don't be like Katie. Love y'all. Bye.
All right. So,
morning, folks. I gotta.
Oops. I'm gonna check and see. Let's see the kids' channel. Here we go. I'll put a link to this in there so we can all give the kids some support. There we go. I just subbed to him. I'll drop a link to his channel right now. Boom. Show the kids some love. Tell him he handled her well. And I wanted to get into something because I noticed that we had Frank Drebin himself in the chat. That was a beautiful thing. He asked if I ever heard of Police Squad, and I wanted to show him one of my all-time favorite jokes ever, right here from Police Squad.
You're right on time, Lamekins. Make yourself a drink, baby.
Oh, thanks, Dutch.
Who are you, and how did you get in here?
I'm the locksmith, and I'm a locksmith.
I'm surprised to see you're still alive, locksmith.
Who are you, and how did you get in here? I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith. I love that. Anyway, that's good stuff. So it looks like this kid's channel was pretty much like him playing games or whatever. It doesn't have much going on, but like I said, we should show him some support and let him know, hey, you know, there are a lot of people that see what she does and are aware of her shenanigans, and we appreciate someone actually giving her what for. Now, I also saw someone seashells by the seashore. Hello, welcome to Hezokai's morning stream. It's early. I got this going. I normally don't drink these, but I just have regular coffee in the morning normally. But these were on sale. Uh, it was like a case for just like I think it was like $4 because it was like what do you call it? Like an outlet store. So I bought a case of them and I'm enjoying them. So why not? And what, David? Man, look, dude, I've told you before, man. Like, if you disagree with what we're saying, that's fine. But don't be getting, there's a line, right? I wouldn't say you crossed it yet, but come on now. Ad hominems and stuff like that. We try to avoid that. Well, that's he does make the chat really interesting sometimes. Zombie Ironside, by the way, I didn't say hello to you earlier. Let's see, Edward Catalier. Just looking to see if because I like to try and acknowledge everybody who's in here, but sometimes it gets a little much. But welcome, good to see y'all. So now, like I said, I heard somebody mention this in the chat, and I was going to cover it anyway, so I will put this up here right now. For those of you who aren't aware, look at how yesterday's Sam I Am, hello, welcome, good to see you, great to see you. Christopher O'Connor, hello. This is how they started yesterday. This is a new level of crazy. Now, before I play this clip, let me give it a little bit of context. So, Daryl Brooks, as his own attorney, provided his own witness list. He said he was going to subpoena 13 witnesses. The other day, there was a lot of discussion before the jury came in about the 12 that he submitted, but he said he was submitting 13, and they didn't know what was going on with the 13th one. So finally, he submitted his 13th subpoena, and yesterday morning, right at the beginning of the trial, they addressed that, and this is that clip. Where's my... Oh, here we go. Check this out. This guy is such a sovereign citizen idiot. It's insane.
Mr. Brooks, I'm reviewing this for completeness. And you have simply put on here, state of Wisconsin plaintiff. That's an entity. You have to name a person, sir. Well, the date we would fill in. So I'll have it shown to the state and they can let me know their position on that.
Any legal basis why that would not be accepted, Your Honor?
You have to have a person named, sir, so that they can come and testify. You only have an entity named.
Is it not true that under the Sixth Amendment, I have the right to face my accuser?
Mr. Brooks, let me hear from the state.
Yes, Your Honor, I agree with the court's assessment. The subpoena does not state a person. The subpoena form specifically indicates that the person requesting the subpoena is to indicate the witness's name and address. Mr. Brooks has simply written the word state of Wisconsin plaintiff for the witness name. State of Wisconsin is an entity. It's not a person. The state of Wisconsin cannot testify at these proceedings, so the subpoena should be rejected, Your Honor.
Your Honor, on the grounds that every document that was filed in this matter stated that the state of Wisconsin was the plaintiff, which would lead me to believe that the state of Wisconsin is who's bringing the claim against my client. How could they not be subpoenaed to testify if they're the plaintiff? And under the Sixth Amendment, I have the right to face my accuser. My accuser in this matter is the plaintiff, which is the state of Wisconsin. Attorney Opper also brought up that it didn't have an address on there. None of my subpoenas had addresses, as we went on the record, and that was stated that a lot of the paperwork that I have don't have a lot of the people's addresses on there. And those subpoenas were accepted. So I don't see the difference with this subpoena not being accepted for the reasons that Attorney Opper just stated.
Wow, he's stupid.
Mr. Brooks, in relation to that subpoena, based upon my review for completeness, this court would note you have not named a person, you've named an entity, and the subpoena will be kept on file as part of the court record, but I'm not going to require the state of Wisconsin to testify in this case because they are an entity and you have not named a person.
Are they not, or are they not the plaintiff, Your Honor?
They are the plaintiff in this case, sir.
And why are they not able to testify, being that
Sir,
they?
you've named an entity, not a person. People are called to the witness stand to testify. You have had an opportunity to cross-examine every single person who has been called by the state to testify in this trial. I believe that your Sixth Amendment rights have been complied with.
Not if I'm not allowed to face my accuser, Your Honor. My accuser in this matter would be the state of Wisconsin. And with all
Sir,
due
I believe your
respect,
Sixth Amendment rights in that regard have been complied with.
I'm requesting a written judicial finding of fact and conclusion of law on this issue for the grounds that I just stated. It was seen based on the Sixth Amendment that I'm not being awarded the chance to face my accuser, which I should be awarded that based on the Sixth Amendment. If I'm not able to face my accuser, then how can the claim even stand? How can a claim be brought against my client if I'm not able to face the accuser?
So this case is a criminal case in a court of competent jurisdiction in the state of Wisconsin, Waukesha County. This case was initiated initially by the filing of a criminal complaint. Then there was a preliminary hearing where probable cause was found. After that point, there was an information that was filed. And at some point, an amended complaint, perhaps even a second amended complaint, was filed as well, putting you on notice of the charges and the factual basis for those charges, along with the statutes that are alleged to have been violated. I'm not going to explain any further why you can't call the state of Wisconsin in the way that you've subpoenaed them or attempted to subpoena them for the reasons I've already stated. I understand where you might disagree with the court's ruling, but my ruling stands, and I'm not requiring the plaintiff in this case to serve that subpoena in any way for the defects I've already noted.
May I state for the record?
And I'm also not going to issue a written decision on that. The record speaks for itself.
May I state for the record, Your Honor, that I have not even seen a complaint in this matter, and the jurisdiction still has yet to be proven, which is another thing that needs to be challenged. There has not been proven that there's subject matter jurisdiction as of yet. There's no verified proof of it. There's no verified proof of even a claim, especially if I'm not allowed to face my accuser. And I don't understand how you can make that judicial decision, Your Honor, when it's clear discrepancies in the paperwork of this matter. Like I said, I have yet to see jurisdiction be proven. It has not been proven. I have yet to see a complaint. I have not seen that.
The court has provided you with, I believe it was the second amended criminal complaint, along with the information that was provided to you previously and noted on the record. I've already addressed your motion to dismiss previously. I'm not going to revisit that. There's no legal basis requiring me to do that, sir. The plaintiff in this matter has presented witnesses to establish venue. And again, as I've noted previously, it's a criminal case with criminal charges, with a second amended criminal complaint detailing the factual basis upon which these charges are based. We're a notice pleading state. And along with the information, you've been made aware of all of the charges and the penalties you face and the factual basis upon which the state has brought these charges. We are in the middle of trial. Your objections are noted. We will continue today with the jury trial.
For the record, may I respectfully move for interlocutory declaratory appeal on this matter, Your Honor?
Your request is noted for the record. I'm not an appellate court, sir.
For the record, may I move to stay these proceedings until this instant matter is adjudicated by a court of competent jurisdiction?
Your request is denied.
Based on what law or fact, Your Honor?
I've previously addressed the issue, sir, based on law of the case.
Are you making a judicial determination that I'm not awarded my Sixth Amendment right to face my accuser?
I'm not making any such determination here today. All right.
What law or fact?
I'm going to turn to the district attorney's office. Do you have a witness available?
Yes, we're ready to proceed, Your Honor.
All right, our jurors here. All right, the jurors will be brought out, sir.
Your Honor, with all due respect for the record, you're avoiding my questions.
Mr. Brooks, I've addressed the issues that need to be addressed this morning. I've also addressed the same issues probably every day we've been in court. I know you may be dissatisfied with the response that I'm providing to you, but my responses stand.
It's not a dissatisfaction, Your Honor. It's a lack of understanding, which I don't have. I don't even understand that.
Now that I
true
believe.
nature and cause of the charges. And
Mr.
without,
I don't
Brooks,
think
you've
this
been
guy
made aware of
understands
them
anything.
multiple times.
I do not understand
I
them, is what I'm saying.
encourage you once again, if you don't understand anything, to seek the advice of an attorney. I cannot give you legal advice.
I'm not asking for that, Your Honor. I'm merely asking why are my constitutional rights being prejudiced? It states under the Sixth Amendment that I have the
Sir,
right.
I've already addressed this. Okay. We're not going to have any further argument on this topic. All right. Your Sixth Amendment rights are being honored no differently than any other defendant that has appeared in my court.
Have any other defendant not been awarded the opportunity to face their accuser?
You are facing your accuser, sir. Every single witness who's been on this stand, you have cross-examined.
None of those witnesses are making a claim. None of those witnesses are the plaintiff. None of those witnesses are identified as the injured party. An injured party has to make the claim, Your Honor. A
Sir,
living.
it's my opinion that your belief as it relates to that is mistaken. It's not a lawful argument and it's frivolous. I've directed your attention once again to the Beneby decision.
Is that not a federal case, a United States?
You're asking me for legal advice. I'm not going to provide that to you, sir.
I'm just asking what kind of case it was. Was it federal Supreme
Yes,
Court
it's a Seventh
case?
Circuit Court of Appeals case. We're in the Seventh Circuit, sir.
But you just stated that you're not a court of appeals. But you're citing a court of
No, but
appeals
Court of
case.
Appeals case law applies to this court, sir. I'm bound by legal precedent from the various courts that are above me.
And you're still not explaining how I'm not able to face my accuser, which is my Sixth Amendment constitutional right.
Sir, I'm not going to explain the law to you. I've made my decision. It stands.
I'm not arguing that part of it, Your Honor. I'm just merely stating for the record.
Yeah, I heard the door. Okay, thank you.
I'm merely stating for the record that I should be awarded my Sixth Amendment right to face my accuser.
Your objection is noted, sir, once again. We'll continue this morning. Thank you.
None of the witnesses that testify are the accuser. None of the witnesses that testify are the injured party, which a claim has to be made by a living, breathing human being.
Sir, I think you're confusing civil law with criminal law. That's what
No,
I'm
I'm
saying.
confusing. I'm not confusing any law. The Constitution says that I have the right to face my accuser. And under the Sixth Amendment, I'm not being awarded that constitutional right. I think that definitely needs to be on record, and that definitely is the issue that needs
Your
to be
objection's
raised.
noted, sir. If you believe I've erred in that regard, you can raise that issue on appeal if you are convicted.
May I put Your Honor on notice that I intend to appeal that decision?
Your statement's noted for the record.
Is that a judicial determination I will not be able to face my accuser, Your Honor?
I have not made any such determination, sir.
Will you be making a judicial determination?
Sir, I have not made any kind of determination that your Sixth Amendment rights have been violated. On the contrary, I believe this court has honored those rights.
Even with me not being able to face my accuser, which is the state of
Your
Wisconsin, the
position
plaintiff.
is noted, sir.
Is
It's
that a
noted for the
judicial?
record. I've already addressed it.
Is that a judicial determination?
Sir, the record speaks for itself.
Is that a judicial determination?
All right, I believe the jurors are coming out. All rise, please.
Are you going to answer that, Your Honor, or is that a tacit agreement?
No.
I'm not going to answer that further. I've answered it multiple times.
Is it a tacit agreement?
All right. So, holy crap, there's a lot to unpack there. So, first, foremost, and possibly the most important piece of the puzzle right off the bat there is he subpoenas the state of Wisconsin. Obviously, that subpoena can't be honored because it's a ridiculous request. And unless you're an idiot, which I wouldn't be surprised if he actually is, you should realize that that's ridiculous. So he keeps saying, my Sixth Amendment right to face my accuser, my Sixth Amendment right to face my accuser, blah, 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 blah. The problem with that whole argument is that, and again, here Miranda's in the house. What's up? Good to see you. Good morning, everybody. Funny, I watched it yesterday. It's such a mess. Thank you very much for the super chat. Glad to see you. How you doing? Yesterday when you came in, you were saying that you had to go to the hospital. I hope everything's okay. Glad to see you here today, as always. Love you. Let's see. So getting back to this idiot. So he's trying to call the state of Wisconsin and, to testify and saying that the Sixth Amendment gives him the right to face his accuser. Now, I've seen, like, if you Google the Sixth Amendment and you look at a summary, it'll say in the summary, the Sixth Amendment gives you the right to blah, 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 and face your accuser. So that's where he's getting this from. This is where all the sovereign citizen script came from, is the summary of what it means to them. But the fact of the matter is, and the judge mentioned several times, you are facing your accuser. And he's like, what do you mean? The state can't testify. That's my accuser. Well, first of all, the injured party thing, that's insane, because he's cross-examining people that were hit by the car. They literally are injured parties. So that's just how he came up with the injured party bit is nonsense. But then he would ask him, well, you're not the one who filed the claim. It was the state. So you're the injured party. You should be the one filing the claim. That's another ridiculous argument. But I wanted to point this out. All right. So the Sixth Amendment gives me the right to face my accuser. I'm going to read the Sixth Amendment right now. Pay close attention. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed. which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation. Here's the important part: to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. So the judge mentioned over and over, he is given the opportunity to cross-examine all the witnesses. The Sixth Amendment specifically says that you have the right to cross-examine or to call directly the witnesses that are testifying against you. That is surmised. The summary of that is it gives you the right to face your accuser. But they're saying it as if the amendment itself says you have the right to face your accuser. No, it doesn't. It says that you have the right in criminal proceedings, because she also kept pointing out, I think you're getting civil law mixed up with criminal law and you don't understand. But he keeps trying to say, well, how come you're not addressing my questions? How come you're not answering my questions? Because you're baiting her to practice law from the bench, what the judge cannot do, which is why she keeps telling you should have a lawyer explain this to you. I'm not going to give you legal advice. I can't. So I think she's doing a great job of trying to answer his questions without crossing that line to where he can make the claim, well, she was practicing law from the bench, so I should have this case dismissed. Everything he's doing is to try and get a dismissal. And then when he did talk to the witnesses, one of the things that he really started harping on is this idea that he's cross-examining the witnesses, all of them, and he keeps harping on, well, you know, you guys were there on the 21st when this happened, right? Yeah. And you were hit by the car, or your family was hit or whatever, right? Yeah, okay. So the police interviewed you and asked you what happened. It says on this police report on the 25th. Well, that was 5 days later. Like, he's trying to lay the groundwork that it gave them time to forget and to see the news reports and have their statement that they made to the police influenced by what they saw on TV and on the news, which in and of itself, I could see how someone would have tried to explain to him that that could be a good logical defense. But what they all keep saying, and again, if you're a logically human being with a brain, you should be able to figure this out. Driving through a parade where there were hundreds and hundreds of witnesses, it's going to take time to interview that many people. It might take a day or two or three. He's trying to paint this picture like, oh, well, the police were doing this and doing that, and they weren't interviewing you right away, and so therefore you can't be trusted, and blah, blah, blah. It's stupid because it just makes perfect sense that it would take time. And of course, once again, he doubles down on the plaintiff thing, right? I mean, that's how he starts the whole thing. Well, the plaintiff is the state, so I should be able to subpoena the state. And if they can't, then we need this case dismissed for lack of, you know, my Sixth Amendment rights and this and that, which is stupid and nonsense. He's so stupid. And one of the big things that he was talking about with one of the witnesses that really got under my skin personally was because, you know, I have kids and we've been to parades, so I get this. So what happens is there's a lady, and she was one of the witnesses, but in the actual parade, right? There's this lady who's at the parade with her kids, and if you've ever been to a parade like this, you know, they throw candy while they're walking past, and then the kids run out in the street to pick up the candy, right? So and just real quick before I get back to that, Kim Crawford pointed this out. Whenever an objection is sustained, he says, why did you substain that objection? He always says, why was that substained? That's funny. The way he doesn't know what he's talking about is so obvious. It always grounds, objection, grounds. Even if they're explaining the grounds. But so anyway, getting back to the parade and this particular woman that testified yesterday. So she's at the parade. She sees the candy being thrown in the street. She sees the little kids running out into the street to pick up the candy. Now, you got floats going by, right? You got all these people marching in the parade. You got these floats going by. You got these cars driving through. You got kids running out in the street. So she's telling the kids, hey, you need to be more careful when you go out in the street. You might get hit by a car. So when he's cross-examining this woman, he's harping on this fact that she was talking about getting hit by a car before this even happened. How did she know that people were going to get hit by a car? What is her big, like, she's like, there's some kind of conspiracy or something. Like, this lady was predicting that and like asking for it. I don't know what the heck he was trying to say there, but it makes so much sense. Like I said myself, I've been with my kids to parades where they run out in the street to pick up the candy, and I've told my kids, "Hey, back up, man! There's cars driving in the parade. You might get hit." Like that is a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. When you're in a parade and there's candy being thrown in the street and there's kids running out in the street to pick up the candy and the floats are driving by, you are concerned that they're going to get hit by a car. That is a thing. And he's trying to paint it like, again, I don't know what he was trying to paint in that particular situation, but he just kept harping on that and telling her, well, but there was a car. You said something about someone getting hit by a car. How did you know that the people were going to get hit by a car? Why did you? Oh, man. So anyway, it's insane. Everything this guy is saying in court is so ridiculous. And again, you know, I was initially interested in the trial just because I remember when it happened, you know, I was in Wisconsin at the time. But then as soon as I realized this dude's a sovereign citizen on top of it, it's like, what? Oh, yes. And that's a good point, Benjamin. The worst was when he asked one of the parents why they didn't help other people and were just concerned about their own family. This is also a big thing that he keeps doing with all the witnesses, really, is always trying to paint this narrative where, well, did you get the license plate number? No. Well, why not? Well, because my daughter just got ran over by a car, and my primary concern was helping her because all these other people were ran over by cars, and my primary concern was helping them. Not like, wait a minute, this person's laying on the ground, bleeding to death. I have two options at this point. I could start administering first aid, or I could stop and take a look at the car that's driving through a crowd of people real fast and see if I can't make out the plate number. Like, is that really that difficult to understand that, yes, it would be wonderful to get the plate number when you see something happen, but when the thing you see happen is someone getting ran over by a car, your brain immediately is going to go into protection mode, especially if you're a parent and it's your children that are getting hit, not common sense, stop, relax, and write down the plate number mode. Oh, and Miranda just mentioned this too. His argument of him having hair back then and having no hair now is another ridiculous argument he tried. Yeah. It's like he shaved his head and he shaved his beard and now is going, well, the guy you saw had beard and long hair and I don't. So how do you know I'm the same guy? Come on. You obviously shaved so you could say that. The guy is so stupid. And once again, JD Colt, what's up? Is the judge way too patient? Let me tell you something. I actually think the judge is doing a fantastic job because it's been obvious, even from the pretrial hearings, that his whole purpose has nothing to do with actually building a defense. He's making an attempt to somewhat, but really what he's doing is he's trying to lay the groundwork for either a dismissal or an appeal. And she realizes that. So I think, this is just my opinion, but from the way she's acting, I think she's doing a great job, because by letting him yap on and on and on, she's basically giving him the rope to hang himself with, right? She's like, talk yourself into a hole. Go ahead. Keep saying this stupid nonsense and putting yourself deeper and digging yourself deeper. And she is, like several of the people he cross-examined, she cut him off and said, okay, that's enough. If you're not going to ask any questions about anything else, you're done. I'm ordering the cross-examination is over. Done. Kaput. Gone. So I like the way she's been handling it. Another issue too, part of the problem with yesterday was that the trial was ended early because there was a tornado warning in the area. So first they had to take a break, and then when they came back, they're like, look, the weather's bad. We're just gonna, have we heard of his motive? Okay, so here's the deal, Sam. So far what we're looking at is, because again, he is the accused. I personally believe he did it, but the idea is him and his girlfriend got in a fight. He smacked her around a little bit. Her eye was black. She was all messed up. She called the cops, and because he was mad at her, he just sped away. And his narrative is that it wasn't his fault, that there just happened to be a parade on that street. It's almost like this is one of the many insane parts of the defense. I was angry at my girlfriend, and that's why I drove through this crowd of people. And it's not my fault that the people were in front of the car. They should have got out of the way. Yeah. It's their own fault for getting ran over by an insane idiot who just beat up his girlfriend and was running away from the cops. And I even showed the other day, the cop who interviewed his girlfriend testified, and they actually showed the footage from his dash cam on his squad car of him interviewing her. And it's crazy because Daryl Brooks is trying to paint this whole narrative that his girlfriend lied, or she would have gave a full statement to the cop at that moment, and she didn't. But when you see the footage of the cop taking her statement, you could hear on his radio, like, the incident happening. So he's trying to talk to her. She's trying to tell him what happened or whatever. And on his radio, you hear, whatever the call sign was, I don't remember, but 1048, people injured in the parade. Oh, wow, that's pretty bad. But okay, I'm taking this lady's statement. So what happened? And then the next call, 15 people down. And now he's starting to get concerned. Like, wait a minute, what the heck's going on? And this is right up the street. He's like, what's going on? What's that? And then 30 people down. All officers, come now. So he's like, look, I got to go. He just wrote her name down, scribbled it on a piece of paper, and split. So Daryl's trying to paint the picture that this guy wasn't doing his due diligence by getting more information from her. So that's why we know she's lying. No, idiot. It was because you were mowing down people with your car and they were calling for immediate emergency assistance. He took down her name so they could check back with her later. Everything that happened, from all the witnesses' testimony, from all the video footage we've seen, it all was handled the way it ought to have been handled. And he's just trying to spin the whole thing. Is what name is he wanting to be called? He doesn't want to be called a name. He doesn't want to be referred to as the defendant. He wants to, I guess, if it was up to him, he'd be referred to as counsel for the defendant. But he doesn't want to use the name because of the whole sovereign citizen all caps thing. Like, that name is written in all caps, so I won't answer to that name. King D. Yeah, right. Captain Idiot, Daryl Doucheface. Oh man, I don't know. All lowercase, yeah. Yeah, he won't answer to that name. He wants the state of Wisconsin itself to physically appear and testify. So he's going to get literally every single person who lives in Wisconsin to come testify. And I cannot wait for today, because today ought to be, we don't know how it's going to go, but today ought to be when he would start getting his people that he called to the stand to testify. And how in the world he's subpoenaing his own victims to testify in his defense, I have no idea what he's going for there. That's going to be very interesting to see. And of course, I cannot wait for him to actually testify and to hear what his excuse is. Again, it seems like what he's really trying to harp on is the identification. In fact, he went through this whole line of questioning yesterday where he was talking to a witness and he's like, well, you said that this was an African-American male. Well, how do you know he's African-American? Well, because he had dark skin. Oh, so what do you call dark? And then he starts harping on this guy about dark skin. And that was interesting because the majority of his objections are overruled, but some of the prosecution's objections were being overruled, which to me is just another example of the judge doing a great job. She's being fair. If the prosecution objects to something, he says, hey, Dina, what's up? And he is right. The judge is going to take his side if he's right. And even though he was harping on the skin tone that the guy is testifying to, like saying, well, what do you mean by dark skin? Like black, or like light. He even said in court, he said light-skinned. And the witness was like, what? And he said, a lighter skin. And the prosecution objected to that line of questioning, but the judge actually said, I'm going to overrule that objection because he's identifying Mr. Brooks. So it does have to do with identification. When he identified him as a dark-skinned man, and he's obviously lighter-skinned, that is something that technically can be a question, So, but again, he's William Grabber, what's up? Yeah, he doesn't know what hearsay is. All of his hearsay arguments are ridiculous as well, because he actually, okay, so yesterday he made this argument about hearsay I think it was the same witness, the one he was talking about the skin tone. He kept talking to him about this summary report from the officer that interviewed him. But earlier, he was making all these, objections or whatever, and the judge explained to him, this is not the statement the witness made. This is a summary of the statement written by the officer. So if the officer was the person that was testifying, you could ask him what was written specifically in the statement, but asking this witness about what he said is fine. But asking him about what the officer wrote in his summary, you would have to interview the officer to do that. So he's saying, how is it hearsay if he has the piece of paper in front of him that says what the summary says? It's not hearsay if he's actually reading it, but the court's trying to explain to him that it's hearsay for the witness to interpret what the officer wrote. Not to say anything bad about the officer, but in a court of law, when you're making these sort of objections, the fact of the matter is, what if the cop mischaracterized something the person said? You know, if somebody tells me a story, you know, like for example, yesterday I went to the theater and I watched the original Halloween on the big screen. It was great. I loved it. But finally, for the first time in my life, seeing it on the big screen. But if I were to say a summary, right, I'd be like, oh, this is a story about a crazy dude who stabs a bunch of people. That's not a direct quote from the movie at all. That's a summary of what happens. So when the cop writes a summary, he's not necessarily writing a direct quote. He's writing a summary of what the guy said. The guy said that he saw an African-American male, you know, with long hair, dark skin, blah, blah, blah. So when he's doing these hearsay objections about that and saying, well, how come it's hearsay when I say it, but it's not hearsay when he says it? And it's like, she already explained that to you. You're not reading from his statement. You're reading from the officer's summary of his statement. You need to get the actual officer on the stand and ask him about what he wrote and why he wrote it. You can't ask the witness what the cop wrote or why he wrote it. You could ask him what he said, but anything else, that's hearsay. But he keeps making these hearsay objections to things that are, you know, like personal knowledge, right? I got hit. I'm standing in the road and I get hit by a red SUV. Objection, hearsay. How is testifying of their specific personal experience of physically being hit by the car hearsay? The dude has no idea what hearsay means. So much of what he says seems to me like somebody somewhere, either he saw a YouTube video from a sovereign citizen or he met a sovereign citizen in jail who told him, oh, just say this, and this, and then they'll let you go and your case will be dismissed. Which if, what's up, Jimbo? If Scott Ammo was up, freight ends of Smitty, hey. Street justice, problem solved. That's what a lot of these sovereign citizens actually wish for, is that the government was gone. I'm looking forward to Brooks' testimony. I cannot wait to see what he says. But yeah, he's an idiot. Pat Riot. The judge has been ultra patient with the defendant and avoid being accused of racism. We discussed that earlier, Pat. I don't think it has anything to do with the race card. I think that the judge is actually doing a great job. In my opinion, it's about the fact that he made it absolutely clear, like I said, as early as the pretrial hearings, that his plan was to go for a mistrial and to appeal everything that the court does. So I think she's trying to either lay the groundwork or help avoid him being able to lay the groundwork for a dismissal or for a mistrial. You want to say these things on the record? Go ahead. I'm going to be patient and I'm going to let you talk your nonsense so that you can't turn around later on and say, well, but the judge didn't give me my opportunity. The judge didn't do this, didn't do that, and try to get a mistrial out of it. I think she even said it. She's like, this court has been overly patient with you. And because she's starting to get frustrated. You could see, if you watch yesterday, she was, and even the day before, she started cutting him off and cutting off his cross-examinations early. It's because he was just getting into the, well, who's the plaintiff? Well, how's the plaintiff going to testify? Well, who's accusing me? Well, where's the injured party? Well, how about all the people that you ran over in your car? Are they injured parties, you idiot? But what I was going to say is, the crazy idea to me is if he watched some YouTube videos or read some crap about the sovereign citizen thing on the internet, and that's where he got his information, that's one thing. But if he met a sovereign citizen in prison and this guy was telling him you have to say this and this and this to get your case dismissed, he's obviously so stupid. If he met someone in prison that's explaining to him how to get your case dismissed, if you're in prison, you obviously don't know what you're talking about because your case would have been dismissed and you wouldn't be in prison. So why would you listen to him? Oh, man. All right. Take it easy, Salacious. Have a good day. Time to refill my coffee mug. Yeah, I'm almost out of mine, too. I'm drinking this little can of this Starbucks triple shot. I mentioned this earlier, but this is like, I never really drank these. I just bought them because they were on sale. Like I went to an outlet store, so they were selling these are usually like $3 a can or more, and at this place it was like a whole case for like $5. So I decided I'd try them out, and it's interesting because it's zero sugar, but it actually tastes pretty good, and it's black. There's no cream in there. It's only 25 calories a can? Yeah, 25 calories a can. So, hey, why not? Trusty Lipton tea. You know what? I like tea. Tea I can drink straight. Just black, whatever you would call it, green tea or black tea, peyote tea, whatever kind of tea. But I can drink tea by itself with nothing added, maybe a little bit of lemon or a dash of honey. But coffee, I mean, unless it's good, like really good gourmet coffee. I can't drink it black. I just that's why I never tried this before because it's black, but they've put some kind of flavoring in it. I never read the ingredients. I probably should. I don't know. But whatever. It is what it is. YouTube removed the 3 videos from Katie with the kid in them. Yes. Victory is ours once again. Ice water is all you drink, Lisa. That's awesome. You're probably going to live a lot longer than I am. That's awesome. My kids love drinking water too, which is great. My 12-year-old's on this health kick right now. And so I actually am probably going to start getting in better shape as well, because trying to support him on his journey to get into better shape. I'm like this. It's only 25 calories a can, no sugar, because I don't feel right, eating a 1,000-calorie meal in front of him and he's eating a salad, So I'm starting to do it more with him as well. Plus, I've been like every day I swim and I lift weights. Yeah, I know I'm out of shape, but I swim and I lift weights every day. But now that he's getting in shape, we're doing these workouts where we're getting on the exercise bike and the treadmill and all this. So, this is good for him and good for me too. So I'm really happy that that's happening right now. It is giving me more energy. I can feel it, which is making my live streams that much more exciting. Nah, it's cool. Let's see. I was going to say there's a difference between Katie and Kate. One is bad and the other is good. Yes. Speaking of which, good and bad and Kate, Daddy is burning calories. Yeah, finally. That was one of the things about me that was fascinating to my physician, my family doctor, because in case you guys haven't noticed, I'm a little bit overweight. Shh, don't tell anybody. But yeah, I was, the last time I saw my doctor, she gave me the full battery of tests, checked for diabetes and cholesterol and all the things and blah, blah, blah. And she was amazed that someone that is as out of shape as I am had such good numbers with everything. And I explained, it's like, yeah, I definitely eat too much and don't burn enough calories, but I do get exercise, and I might eat too much stuff, but I tend to eat good stuff, not just candy and cake and cookies all day. Um, does burning toast count as burning calories? Oh, that would be great. Um, what's up, Gamer88? Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know, Gamer, how I actually got into. Oh, it's because I was talking about my coffee. Um, we're talking about health and nutrition now. We were talking about these idiots, Daryl Brooks trial, and his my New Year's resolution was to stop sniffing glue. No, that wasn't Frank. 20 years ago, I lost 150 pounds because I divorced her. Oh man, yes, that's right. Yeah, I like that. Oh boy, that's great. Yeah, I just, uh, well, yeah, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, yeah. So Daryl Brooks constantly harping on the whole thing, and the fact that he started yesterday by coffee. What about grounds? The whole fact that he started yesterday off with trying to subpoena the state of Wisconsin itself to testify is completely ridiculous. And that was an airplane quote. Yes, I know it was, but it wasn't Leslie Nielsen who said that. Do you know who did? Trivia, airplane trivia. I need to breathe while I make models. Oh yeah, that's where you're just sniffing the airplane glue. Oh man, and then that reminds me of the Ramones. All kids wanna sniff some glue. All kids wanna have something to do. All right, so there's that. They meet a lot of people in jail and get out and hook them up on an iPhone and enough subs. Yeah. Lloyd Bridges, yes, good job. Frank Trebin, you picked a bad year to quit. I guess I picked the wrong time to quit smoking. I don't know if you guys saw the movie. I think it's called Airport 76 or something like that. It's the movie that Airplane is based on, and the commonalities are actually amazing when you see how much of that movie is in there. Like, I picked the wrong week to quit smoking is in there. Wow. All right, Billy Yank, take it easy. All right, take it easy, Miranda. I hope everything's going okay over there. Keep us informed. Have a great day. Good to see you as always. Saw those when I was a kid. Dean Martin. Dean Martin wasn't in that movie. Oh my goodness. But once we're done with this whole Halloween and Thanksgiving thing, then we're going to get into the Christmas thing, and the Dean Martin records are definitely coming back out for Christmas. I love those records. His record, when it comes to Christmas albums, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and what's the other one that's my favorite? Elvis has a good Christmas record, the rock record. Why can't I remember his name right now? Johnny Mathis. Johnny Mathis Christmas album is great. Oh, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. Who was that? The Trans-Siberian Orchestra's one is good. There's actually a lot of good ones out there. Airplane is a direct parody of Zero Hour. That's the name of the picture. Let's see. Because I know I've seen it before, but I didn't remember specifically what the picture was called. So I believe that. Who's Dean Martin? Man, that's got to be a joke, right? Just because you're from Australia doesn't mean you don't understand what the universe is. Bing Crosby. White Christmas, the #1 best-selling single of all time. Oh, yep, Paracord Princess said 0 Hour too. Yep, maybe that's the one. Dean Martin was in Airport. Okay, so I got the Dean Martin picture confused with 0 Hour. Okay, got you. But yeah, I saw it. Oh, here we go. We got Leland describing the pyramid scheme that is frauditing. All the top of the pyramid wants is more footage. The more cops they distract, the more money they make. And adding a supervisor equals more chest cam footage, which equals more content, which equals more money. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Just like a pyramid. Was that the Casino Heist Rat Pack film? No, that was Ocean's 11, which they did a remake of. That was decent. Jack Lemmon was in 77 and Charlton Heston was in 75. That's interesting too. Barbara Billingsley. Oh, now see, that was fantastic. Her performance with that whole oh, excuse me, I speak jive. Oh man. That was great. And it took me a while because there's a lot to unpack, but I actually went back and tried to break down and translate, like, because the translation on the screen is hilarious too, right? Because they're taking what they're saying and breaking it down into something that's, especially when they go shit and it says golly. I love that. There's so many great jokes in that movie. That's a classic. Yeah, Ocean's 11. Yep. The OG Ocean's 11. Yes. Which I don't know. It's weird because like I get, the original's the classic, and I usually support the classic over the remakes, but the Ocean's 11 remake actually was pretty fun. Have a lovely rest of your day. Yes, thank you. You too. Time to get housework done. Yep. The whole thing about 0 Hour and Airplane. Yeah. Again, I just forgot the name of it, but yes, that is the movie, and it's amazing. Like, have you ever been in a cockpit before? I've never been in a plane before. That's all in it. The red zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only. No parking. No, the white zone is for loading and unloading only. Oh, man. That's great stuff. Yeah, and that's it. Like, even the opening credits has jokes. The whole movie, even when they're talking serious, there's funny stuff going on in the background. There's just no stop. AFA should turn his talents to the light side of the force. It is interesting. Scroll up to me comment. Which you comment? I like the Christmas tree. Let's see. Where's your last comment? Don't ignore my comment. Which one? I thought you said you were leaving. Give us a Hezokuai Christmas album. All right, I'll tell you what, Miranda. If you're gonna hang out for a minute, I got a couple Christmas songs from last year. I'll play them right now. Since I got a request from one of my greatest supporters, I'll go ahead and do this now. I'll tell you right now, for any of you guys who haven't seen this video before, at the time, this was last Christmas that I posted this, and I mentioned, I know there's some controversy about this, which is the only reason I'm even saying it, but at one point I do mention one Mr. Dr. Dave, and I know that a lot of people are disgusted with him right now. But at the time that I made this, I thought he was just one of us, and none of this controversy stuff with him happened yet. But you want to request Hezokuai Christmas music? I got it for you right here. This is great. Let's see. Where is it? Come on. When did I post that? It would have been December of last year. Come on. Yesterday, I actually played my Hezokuai Halloween video. Let's see, where is it? I want to get it. Oh, come on. Unemployed idiots, various copying idiots, repost, SGV News, February, January. Come on, man, I got too many videos sometimes. Where is it? Dang damn it. Here we go. Here we go. This is only 6 minutes, so if you got 6 more minutes, Miranda, you can see my my Christmas video I made. And I think this will fit the bill of what you're requesting. No, it's playing. I don't want it playing until it's on the screen. All right, here we go. Oh, I love this one. All right, here we go. Share screen. All right, here you go. Per request from my greatest supporter, Miranda, here it is. Happy holidays, the 12 days of dumbness. Jingle bells, Glenda smells, Polly's not okay. Wife's in jail, can't make bail, oh, and this guy, he got tased. Walking across the land with a camera in their hand. Because they have no job, post office they will stand. Harassing people too, for AdSense revenue. Acting like a jackwagon is all they'll ever do. Oh, jingle bells, conflict sells, now they're getting paid. They don't care about our rights, I hope they get pepper sprayed. Numbskulls in handcuffs and good window smashes. Morons arrested for all their trespasses. P. Barnes and his infamous in-court tasing. These are a few of my favorite things. When they misquote Poster 7, and it makes me mad. I just remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. On the first day of dumbness, Mike Gravelin gave to me Blandino without attorney. On the second day of dumbness, Regical gave to me 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the third day of dumbness, Van Bellen gave to me dumb UK substitute, 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the fourth day of dumbness, Artie gave to me 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK substitutes, 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the 5th day of dumbness, Schrodinger gave to me 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK subset, 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the 6th day of dumbness, Team Skeptic gave to me 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumbs, UK subset, 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the 7th day of dumbness, Vilified gave to me 7 sloppy smackings, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK subset, 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the 8th day of dumbness, Familia gave to me douchebag in handcuffs, 7 sloppy smackings, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed,
4 Moorish morons, dumb UK soft sit 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the 9th day of dumbness, unclean hands gave to me 9 times the stupid douchebag in handcuffs, 7 sloppy smacking, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK soft sit 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the 10th day of Christmas, Dr. Dick gave to me 10 minutes wasted, 9 times the stupid douchebag in handcuffs, 7 sloppy smacking, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK soft sit 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the 11th day of dumbness, Kick Rocks gave to me best action ever, 10 minutes wasted, 9 times the stupid douchebag in handcuffs, 7 sloppy smackings, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumb UK soft sit 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney. On the 12th day of dumbness, Palmetto gave to me no nonsense trooper, best action ever, 10 minutes wasted, 9 times the stupid douchebag in handcuffs, 7 sloppy smacking, 6 stupid Karens, 5 windows smashed, 4 Moorish morons, dumbs, UK soft sit 2 tasty tasings and Blandino without attorney.
So messed up. I want you here. In my room. I want you here.
Alrighty. Yes, that was my Christmas video. Glad you people appreciate it. Glad to see so many people here. Thank you guys so much for the super stickers and the super chats. I love it. Love you guys so much. David sent me an email. Let's see. More chat room drama. What do we got going on here? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, all right. So, let's see. Okay, all right. Yeah, I see that. We'll it'll be all right. Not, you know what? It's peace and love to all. All right, thank you. Good to see you again. Oh boy. All right. So once again, I want to address that David is here every day. He is on the other side of the fence, but he's not ever given me any indication that he's a bad guy. Some things he says, some things that get some people triggered. I understand that. But again, he's not being sexist. He's not being racist. He's not actually crossing any lines. Some things, one of the problems with text in general, and I even get this like when I text people on my phone or whatever, right? A lot of times you can't hear the inflection in the voice, right? So it's very easy to misinterpret or misunderstand something someone says. So I could see why some people might find some of what he says offensive. But again, I have not personally seen him say or do anything that is over the line. Again, there have been situations where I could see there might be pushing it depending on how the person who's reading the comment is interpreting it. But I just want to make sure that at the moment, David Prillo Jr., he's here every day, and even though he's on the other side, he is a supporter of this channel, which I appreciate. And again, if you don't agree with what he's saying, that's fine, but let's try to keep it civil, guys, and not go over the line here. These mornings are fun, and they're a great way to start the day, and I love doing this, and I love hanging out with you guys. I love you guys. You're like my other family, right? I love this, and I love you guys. And he's like he's that family member that, like, you see him on Christmas and it's like, oh, that's that guy, but he's still part of the family, right? So don't again, unless he just completely goes over the line, but he's always here. He's always good. David, I skimmed it because, obviously I'm on the air right now, but I got the gist of it, and I get it. But let's, like I said, for everybody, just stay cool. David's, he's not on our side, but he's not a bad guy necessarily either. I mean, I don't know him personally, but yeah, exactly. Elisa brings up a good point. It's good to have a different opinion in the opposing view. Let's see. My morning fam, love you all. Oh, we love you too, Miranda. Absolutely. Always good having you here. And again, hoping you're all okay, because yesterday you were talking about being in the hospital. So, and you just had an issue a few weeks ago with that. So I hope everything's going well for you. God bless. Hope you guys are all feeling better. Yeah, I got that, David. We'll see. Like I said, right now, I think it's just right. You get your internet drama, people in chats argue and stuff like that happens. At the moment, it was just a regular appointment. Okay, good. Glad to hear it. Anyway, the whole idea again is, as long as my mods aren't going crazy, trying to attack you or whatever, it is what it is. But we'll see. That's a whole nother thing. I don't want to become like all of these things that have been going on with Vegas Valley Transparency and Frauditor Troll and Dr. Dave and all of this drama. I just want to look at stupid people and say, look at these idiots, point and laugh at stupid and have a good time hanging out with you guys. That's what it's all about. Sometimes we could get serious and talk about, hey, what's going on. Sometimes we have to take it to another level if we're talking to, these silence boy types and SGV News and these guys that really are beyond the pale and, within the realm of garbage humans. I don't even like thinking about those guys. That's why I use their pictures as my jump scares in my intro. Good stuff. But now you guys got me thinking about, after that last video I shared with you guys, you got me thinking about like some of my other musical interludes I've done, making fun of these idiots. And over time, it seems like I'm getting more and more people, which I appreciate all you very much, of course. But that might not be familiar with more of my older work, like that Christmas video I just showed. So there's another one where I got some singing in there I put in that I thought turned out really well. So I think I'm going to share that with you guys again, just for fun. And then after that, I think I'm pretty much going to wrap it up because I got to get my day started. But let's find that video and go through that real quick. Let's see. Where is it? It's an older one, so I got to kind of dig deep to find it. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Don't forget to check Big Wes out. See, Big Wes, he has this problem of going to places after they're closed and then being upset that they're not open. Wow. Oh my goodness. Anyway, whew. Let's see. Where was I? Come on, I want to have some fun, guys. That's arguing in the chat. Drama, internet drama. No. Where is it? Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, chicka, chicka, boom, chicka, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. Meow, boom, chicka, 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 boom, 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 chicka, 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 boom, 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 chicka, boom, chicka, boom, boom. Hey guys, sorry about the dead air. That's why I'm humming, so that it's not. Here's my stuff. Here it is. All right, I'm gonna share this video with you guys for those of you who haven't seen it. Let me go back a little bit. All right, this is older, so my intro might seem a little out of date, but it's good stuff. So I'm going to show this, and then I'm going to get off and start watching the trial and getting my kids off to school and all that good stuff. Thank you guys once again. I'll still say my goodbyes before I log out, but here's another video that's got some of my singing in it.
Thank you again to all my new subscribers. Also, there's a channel I want to support. I saw this channel. It's called Tella Klein. I'll put probably a link in there below. And what she does is she goes around filming Glenn Serio, and she gives him a taste of his own medicine. So there's that. And then my 11-year-old son, if you're into gaming, he has his own gaming channel called Mighty Morphin YouTuber. I'll put that below too if you want to check that out. So without further ado, I just wanted to also say, wait, what are you doing? No, don't change the channel. No, I wasn't done yet. Stop, cut it out.
I'll take things that idiots just don't understand for 200. The answer is, this document specifically gives post office employees the right to ask you to stop recording. What is some crap you guys just made up to give the cops an excuse to violate my rights, man? I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. The correct answer is, what is poster 7? Poster 7. Oh, no, wait a minute, man. I've watched it. I contest that, man. Your producers, they're stupid. They don't know the law, man. Look, I've seen at least 100 videos where dudes walked into post offices and quoted poster 7, and I never heard any of them say nothing like that, man. You guys don't know what you're talking about over there, man. Have you ever actually read poster 7? Don't nobody read no more, man. This is the 21st century. Get with the times, boomer. First of all, I'm not a boomer. My parents were boomers. I'm Generation X. Second, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard anyone say. I could read the Constitution and every resolution and not just be a pain. Poster 7, I could say it even properly, convey it if I only had a brain. I could be nice to other people, not only call them sheeple when they say I smell like fart. The cops I've baited are still fuming, but I could be a decent human if I only had a heart. While my friends all get arrested, I run off uncontested and skip the tasing I deserve. We could all just help each other, not just go crying to my mother if I only had the nerve. Somewhere the world is insane, bro. I can drive without a driver's license, traveling far and wide, where I don't get chased by the cops for putting all the red light stops behind me. Yes, going through the school zone fast while children are getting out of classes where you'll find me.
You know, because I also had the lien on the Bar Association filed on the 19th, also for $279 trillion that was made back in 2015.
You heard that right. $279 trillion. The world's GDP is about $87 trillion, and this lady thinks that the Bar Association owes her over 3 times that amount. Because reasons.
I'm going to appoint the public defender's office.
I won't be representing myself as mentioned, Judge. That will be Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
And now, something completely different. The tale of the sovereign citizen watchdog movement's ultimate mic drops.
And we start with that News 4 exclusive. A Newark home taken over by an alleged extremist group that not only changed the locks, but actually claimed ownership over the property. And that's just the start of this bizarre residency battle. News 4's Checky Beckford joins us live to explain what happened when police showed up. And Checky, this homeowner has quite the story to tell.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Gilma, quite the bizarre story. Let me just set the scene for you. This home was bought by a woman, a first-time home buyer. She was excited to move in, but had to get through all of the red tape to do renovations on the previously bank-owned property. She was finally able to get the keys last week, but the house, as you mentioned, was taken over by a man who put up a Moorish flag in the window and refused to come out.
At the end of the day, this our shit, and we coming for our shit, whether you like it, whether your grandma like it, whether your mom like it.
Well,
we don't give a fuck no more. We don't.
Well, let me
care.
tell you this. Well, let me tell you this, Lyrica. You keep on. You could say that. You could say You could say I'm not allowed to be here. You can call me a foreigner. You can call me an immigrant. But I'm going to tell you here that I'm here to stay. I was born here. I live here. And if you try to take me out of my property, come and take it.
That means nothing to me. That means
If we have a title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
You're a fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot little thick dude.
Alrighty. So, with that, I'm gonna log out. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you, everyone, again for joining me. Love these morning streams. Love you guys so much. Great stuff as always. Had a great time. Thank you for all the support, the super chats, everything. Love it. Love you guys. Drop a like if you didn't. And I'll see you next time. And like I say at the end of the show every day, yeah, I'm all shook up.